building. You know what it is, and we don't play no games, boy. We come to handle biz. Ain't worried about the haters. Let them do their job.
What's good, folks? It's K.Spade the Prospect, aka the Big Blue Chevy Driver, and sometimes referred to as the YouTube Rookie of the Year. And the prodigal son has returned. So I know I got a few subs that hit me up, either Twitter, YouTube. People hit me up on Xbox Live like, Spade, what is up? Where have you been? So for those that don't know, who didn't see the bulletin, or if you don't follow me on Twitter, which by the way, you should definitely be following me on Twitter. My computer took a tumble. It was a very tragic day in the Spade household, but luckily somebody cared enough about me to give me a loaner CPU until I can get mine back out of the shop, and I'm here. I mean, took me a while, but I'm back. So it's been about a week since I posted a video, so a lot has happened in that time, so I got a lot to talk about, so forgive me if I come out here rambling. I ramble anyway, but you guys know I'm gonna ramble now because it's been a long time, right? So let's set this up. You looking at this like, wait a minute, I don't know these guys. Where's the Beast? Where's MK47? Well, let's see. The guy you just saw block that shot, I gave him the name Mr. Tyler, and this is Mr. Tyler's neighborhood. So a lot of the younger people might not know this, but before Tim Duncan was the staple for the paint or the post area for the Spurs, it was a guy by the name of David Robinson that was a straight monster. He could score. He was a beast defensively in the paint, and they used to call it Mr. Robinson's neighborhood because he would block shots or whatever. So this guy, Mr. Tyler, his game reminds me of David Robinson, so that's why I said it's Mr. Tyler's neighborhood. So he is another one of my tryout guys. This game now with KJ, who I introduced last time, I love that layup, by the way. You see that layup? That's so disrespectful for a little man to just come through the paint, just lay it up right in front of the 7-footer and just look at it and can't do nothing. But anyway, on my last video, when I introduced KJ to you guys, that actually wasn't our first video. It took us a while to, click, as you see Mr. Tyler with another block. But differently here, I'm giving you guys the first game we run with him, right? So, I mean, his game reminds me a little bit of AD, who we already got. He's a tall, athletic, wait, hold on, y'all, hold on. Rainmaker. Okay. He's a tall, athletic 3-4, hybrid style player. Great in the paint, scoring, dunks. Nice little, I want to call it a little baby hook. It ain't really even a hook. I don't know what it is. Kind of like what that guy just did right there. But defensively, he was a great shot blocker. But one thing that was weird, he also was really good at jumping the passing lane. Great finish there. So, I mean, early on, we really liked this guy. And, like I told you guys early on, with the tryout process, we're going to try out a ton of people before we make a decision on who's staying or who's going. So, I mean, I can tell you this. We definitely like playing with him. He's a damn good player. He's a cool guy. And let me tell you a little bit about the man behind the man. Mr. Tyler is YouTube's own, a weird creeper guy who is a YouTube commentator himself. I'll put a link to his page in the description. And if you haven't seen his work, check him out. He's a good commentator. He's unorthodox, and that's one of the things I like about him. He takes a different approach to it. And one of the funniest videos I've seen this whole year is the retirement of Stan Mack. A lot of us that play NBA 2K12 know how frustrating that game is. And KJ says, wait a minute, K.Spade, I'm in here throwing some balls out of bounds. Wait a minute, pause. He in here, throwing some elbows and playing some defense, so he wanted to get a little camera time right there. But if you've been playing NBA 2K12, you know how frustrating that game is. And Stan Mack, another block by Mr. Tyler right there. But Stan Mack, who's a weird creepers guy, my player in 2K12, after about 2 weeks in the league, he couldn't take it. Like, he straight up retired after like 2 weeks of playing. It was hilarious. So, check his page out. Check that video out. I guarantee you to get a chuckle out of you, if nothing more. And he still got the lid on the basket. Didn't I just tell you that's that man neighborhood? And then get your ass out of here. He on the neighborhood watch. Nobody's coming in there without him knowing about it. He like that one old lady in the hood that just sit up and look out the window all damn day. He ain't having it. So, let's see. I've been gone for so long. Let me try to catch up with everything. Okay, told you the computer fell. Oh, I know what I want to tell you guys. Look, for some odd reason, I put it in the bulletin. I don't really know how the bulletin goes. I don't know if it goes to everybody else's channel or if you have to view my channel to see it. But I've had a few of my subs that hit me up and say, Spade, I don't know if you know, but the servers, the NBA 2K11 servers are staying up to April. Right. Okay, so I made my part 2 of my What Is Wrong. You guys do remember the video, right? My What's Wrong with 2K? I made part 2 of it, but it's up on the Game Face Studios channel. I will also put a link to it in the description. But, you know, yeah, I knew about it, and I actually took credit for it. That's the jump in the passing lane I showed you, and I didn't want to give you no fancy dunk. I just didn't feel like it, so that's why I did that whack-ass dunk. But yeah, man, definitely go check that video out so you can see kind of, you know, with part 2, I wanted to give you guys a lot of information on 2K and what was going on with 2K12 instead of just ranting. So yeah, I knew about the servers being extended, and maybe I can't take any credit for it, but if you know me by now, you know I take credit for stuff I don't deserve all the time. So yeah, in my mind, I'm the reason that 2K11 is still going. You guys can thank me. Leave me a message, leave me a comment thanking me. I take credit for that. But also, I want to go off on a weird tangent for a minute. Just stay with me. You know how your parents had these weird sayings that you really hate? They might use it a little bit too much. Well, for me, my dad had this saying, don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. And it basically means don't insult my intelligence. And, you know, this might come across the wrong way, but I'm going to keep it 100. That's what I do. I always give you guys the truth, whether you like it or not. But I may have had a conversation with 10 to 12 people in my entire life that I walked away from that conversation saying, you know what, this person is probably smarter than me. So I say that to say, you're probably not smarter than me. I've been putting hacks and hackers on blast since I got to YouTube 4 months ago. That's what I do. So do not try to pass off a hack player, a skill point hack player, an uncapped hack player, any other kind of hack player. Don't try to pass them off by me like I'm not gonna know. That's what I do. I expose hackers all day, every day. So I'm not dropping no names. I'm not giving any hackers any pub. Hold on, y'all. KJ says, can I get that? Damn, that's nasty. But look, do not try to pass a hack out. Look, it would be, let me try to give you a weird analogy. It would be the equivalent to taking an old classic car that's a replica to Jay Leno. People who know Jay Leno know he's like a car fanatic. Like Jay Leno could walk by your car and tell you what type of engine is in your car. So don't try me like that. Don't bring a hack player to me and say, oh, Spade, he legit. No, he's not. And don't insult me like that, dog, because you're not smarter than me. Okay, so I'm off of that whole tangent. Let's keep it going. Keep it positive here. The good news, fellas, even though I've been gone for a week, I still been gaming like crazy. I still been recording like crazy. So that means I got videos by the boatload. I'm selling them out the trunk, throwback masterpiece style. I got more crew videos coming. I got NBA 2K12 my player videos coming. More Pigskin Pro, more MW3, whatever. So I told you guys that even though this game don't allow you to name 2 GMs, Nate BOWG is basically the co-GM of the crew, and he's also the co-leader of the clan. So we both been going mad hard with this MW3. And last time I checked, Nate was like in the top 20,000 in the world. So, I mean, he's definitely getting it in. Now you see he's not just the beast out here in crew land. He's the beast everywhere. So, I mean, we definitely been getting it in. Shout out to the Made Man clan, all of those guys, Ace, Spaded Z, Edgy Cookie, myself. And, you know, we got a guy that just pretty much adopted us. Like, most of the time, my crew, if we play with somebody and they kind of throw the clan tag on, it's kind of frowned upon. But shout out to Master Boss. Like, Master just put himself in the clan. And, you know, before I could boot him out, he was just playing so good that, you know, we just kind of ran with it. So, I mean, you know, shout out to my clan, shout out to my crew, all of the guys that I reached out to about the tryouts, which if I haven't reached out to you, it don't mean that you're not getting a shot. You got to forgive me, guys. Like I told you, I'm family first, and unfortunately, you know, I'm not making YouTube money, so working is a necessity to me. So for the last week and a half, I've been working 12-hour shifts from 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. Like last week, week before last, I worked a 60-hour week. So between the way I'm working and I've been trying to go hard on MW3, that's why I've been kind of missing in crew land. But we are finna jump back out there in crew land. All of my trial guys that I reached out to, you will be getting your opportunities to try out. And hopefully we're going to add this piece, because in order to beat the better crews, you got to have more than one weapon. You got to be able to adjust. And I told you guys on the last video, you're going to look at this and you're going to say, wait a minute, this is not the K.Spade I know. He ain't taking a lot of shots. I'm not seeing a lot of rainmakers, but it's cool. I want the dub. So, I mean, if us taking the crew to the next level means that I got to score 10 less points a game, run it. However, if I'm scoring 10 less a game and we losing, in my mind, that means I'm not shooting enough. I think any shooter would feel that way. So this is all an experiment. Some of it's going to go good. Some of it's going to go bad. The only goal I got is that when this trial process is all said and done, when it's over, we're a better overall crew, you know? So I think I rambled enough. That's pretty much all I got. This game is really getting out of hand, and I didn't even play well. KJ killed him from outside. Mr. Tyler locked down his neighborhood, and the rest was history. So he's going to pull this trizzle. I told you he had a J. So one of those players said, you know what, I don't even want to see it. I'm out. And we're just sitting here waiting and waiting. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you, he's going to make it. Told you. And before I jump out of here, I'm going to leave you with something. I want you guys to look at this and tell me what you see. All right, folks. I'm out till next time. Peace.
Man is definitely in the building, you feel me? Nothing before the fam is the feeling, it's chillin'. Making the right connection, stacking money to the ceiling. Fuck 100,000, boy, I'm trying to see a million. Put us anywhere, we blending in, chameleon. Never backing down, standing taller than the buildings. And you got better odds of hitting the lottery than stopping me. And you can't match my heart, so ain't no use in trying to copy me.